Today on Candy Talk with Tolu, we are going to be talking about Boluwatife. She came to me some time ago for my advice, and I want to share a story with you. So Boluwatife is she's a doctor now. So she got a medical degree just a year or two before she told me this story. She said, as her name implies, the meaning of Boluwatife is this is the way God wants it. That her father isn't married to her mother, and her father is very, very rich. Her mother doesn't have a degree. The way it happened was that the way she was conceived was that her father came to his mother's house, which is Boluwatife's grandmother. You know, her father was educated, doing well. So, and he was the breadwinner of their family. Her father is the breadwinner of his family. So he came for a visit, and just visiting like that, according to her father, he was drunk. Her mother said she came to that's Boluwatife's grandmother's house for a visit, to visit the grandmother, because Boluwatife's grandmother and Boluwatife's mother live in the same environment. So when Boluwatife's father slept with her and she got pregnant, by the time he woke up in the morning, he was like, I think the mother likes her, the mother likes the father. You know, she always had a crush on him. She's someone he fancied. But like what Boluwatife told me, she was like, who won't fancy him? He's very good looking, he's charismatic, he has money. Then, and before this time, he wasn't married, but he was in a committed relationship. So the woman came and said, I'm pregnant. The man said, never, he will not take responsibility. She has to abort the pregnancy. Boluwatife's mother said she's not going to abort the pregnancy. So the father went to tell his fiancé. Now, his fiancé is from a very rich family. She's classy, she's sophisticated. So the fiancé said, if you get somebody pregnant, I cannot marry you. So Boluwatife's father started begging and crying. It was a mistake. I didn't mean it. The cry and the talk was just too much. So the lady now said, okay, I can forgive you because I love you, but on the condition that you will never speak to that child or our mother. You will never have anything to do with them. That was the condition the woman gave the man. That's Boluwatife's father. So Boluwatife's father now said, no problem, but he cannot not have her in his life. So Boluwatife's mother gave birth to Boluwatife. When she was born, they told the father didn't show up. The father did not do anything. So Boluwatife's mom now started struggling to raise her child. And they named her Boluwatife. And I don't like this thing. Honestly, when men or people have children outside wedlock, they will now say it's Boluwatife, the way God wants it. It's not the way God wants it. It's the way you decided it. A pack of condom is $2. You just bring. I don't know why people behave like this. As in haba, then you now say it's God that brought this child to the world. God didn't bring the child to the world. Your irresponsibility brought this child to the world. They will now name that it's God, or it's God's hand. It's not God's hand. This is not act of God. When rain falls, we know, okay, it's the weather. When there's thunderstorm, it's the weather. When there's wildfire, we may say that's an act of God. Those are natural things. But this is not a natural thing. This is your decision, your careless decision. You bring someone into this world and you now start saying it wasn't your plan. People that don't plan for children have protected sex. So she says that's how she started struggling in life. You know, that her father comes to see his mother. She knows that is her father. But she said in all these things, she cannot fault her grandmother. When it comes to her school fees, anything in the family, her grandmother must call her. Her grandmother must involve her. So she said, she told me, that one time she was about 6 years old, they were doing something in her father's family. Her grandmother invited her, bought her clothes, bought her things for the occasion. She saw her father. She knew that was her father. She wanted to go and talk to him, but she felt the man was not receptive. That if you see, she told me, she said, if you see my father's wife, God, you can't even go near. She's too clean. She's too sophisticated. At this time, her father's wife had given birth to 2 children, a girl and a boy. So I said, what's your sister's name? She says Omo Bolanle. Now the meaning of Bolanle is this child met wealth in the house. So I said, can you just see the difference? One is Boluwatife, one is Bolanle. You are just indirectly saying I prefer one child to another. And please stop it. If you say Boluwatife, it should not be that you had a child with the mother, you had a child outside wedlock. That is not God. That is you. So, and the one that you like the mother, you now say Omobolande, or the one I pet, or you name the child after yourself. As in, come on, why? So she said that if I see her step siblings, I should not even, I forget it, they are not related. I should just say that there's no way they can be related, not to talk of being stepbrothers and sisters. So she struggled, her mother struggled. You know, that kind of thing. The woman that has the child outside is motivated because she doesn't want her child to be leased. She wants to prove to the man that I'm something. Your rejection doesn't mean anything to me. I can do it. So her mother struggled, to raise her in school. So by the time she finished secondary school, she fell sick. She had a sickness, and it was telling a lot on her mom. By this time, she now started working in an eatery. She didn't know where her father lived. Coincidentally, the eatery where she works is kind of near where her father lives. You know, she said she was just working there. She work on the island, come back for weekend with her mother. She'll sleep with a friend on the island. She said the first time she noticed that it was her stepsister and her friends, classy girls. They came to the eatery, and she had to serve their table. She said she kept looking at, is this not my stepsister? Is this not my stepsister? She said the stepsister recognized her, that she waited on them, her stepsister and her friends. She waited on them. She kept looking. Then she called one of her uncles, that's her father's brothers, and said, where does my father live? Because I think I just waited on my stepsister. So when the uncle confirmed that, yes, it's your stepsister, they live around there, she was like, hey, I said it. The next time, her father, her stepmom, and her stepbrother and her stepsister came to the eatery to eat. She said her father didn't tell her a word. That someone else was to wait on them, but she insisted that she's going to that place. Her father went there. She waited on the table. Her father didn't say a word to her. The stepmom didn't say a word to her. The sister did not say a word to her. Nobody said anything to her. They just acted as if they didn't know her. And she also acted as if she didn't know them. She ended it. So she fell sick. And the thing, she needed a lot of money for the treatment. So she called the uncle. The uncle was like, he doesn't want trouble. The uncle kind of lives with her father in the BQ. So she called the uncle. The uncle was like, he doesn't want trouble, but this is the house address. Come. If they see that you are sick, they may be kind enough to give you some money. So she went to the house. She stayed outside. She said, as the car entered, if you see the rage on the stepmother's as in she screamed down the house. She was not like, as screaming, who let this person into my house? So Bolu said she did not say a word. She just left. That the pain, the tears, that is it the man that actually gave birth to me? Even if you do not want me, even if I'm the way God wanted, the rejection is just too much. So she went to her grandmom. Her grandmom was like, okay, no problem, she'll get the money. Her grandmom now lied that she needed money, now lied to her father. Her mom's relative, everybody came around. She got well. After she got well, she got admission and went to medical school. Now, our grandmom always says, you took the brain after your father. You are so smart. You took brains after your father. So she was in medical school. She was struggling. She met the love of her life. Things were not so bad. Things started getting better. Her mom inherited a property that really, really relieved them. According to her, she was like, that inheritance just relieved them a lot, especially in medical school. So, meanwhile, her stepbrothers and sisters school in London, or they school in England. So, one day, her mom now called her that, in case your grandmom calls you, don't pick up the phone, no. She was like, what's going on? She was like, don't pick up the phone, no. I'm begging you, don't pick up the phone. She was like, what's going on? So she saw her grandmom's call. And she was like, why is grandma talking to calling me? She was like, hope there is no problem. And her mom had hinted that, don't pick up the phone. So she was curious. She picked up the phone. Her grandmom was crying that, my son, your dad is sick. He has been sick for a while. She was like, I don't understand. That she doesn't have a father. The woman was like, please don't say that he's very sick and he needs a kidney transplant. We could not hear story. So she was like, that one does not have anything to do with her now. As in, does it have anything to do with her? The grandma was like, please, your father is my life. She was like, okay, but does it really have anything to do with her? So she now started putting two and two together that they may say she should come and be a donor. So that's why her mother was calling her, because I think the gist was round the neighborhood that her father was sick. So she didn't say anything. She told her fiance. Her fiance was like, let's watch how this plays out. So her grandmother called her uncles called her that the man is in need of a kidney, that she should just try. It should be a match. So she now said, no, trying is not the problem. But he has 2 children. Why have those ones not tried? And I said the 2 of them they are not matches for him. Hey, I don't understand. The 2 children he has with the other woman, they don't match him. They say they don't match him. That is Bolu that should come and try. Very funny. Her mother said that one will not happen because Bolu is her mother's only child. She now said, okay, no problem. She's going to try. So she tried. The result came out. Boom. Perfect match. That's our grandmother started begging her that please, she should not let her son die. That's the son that's been taking care of her. That's this, that's that. That Bulu should please donate 1 kidney to her father. I beg you guys, just help me if you were Bulu. She now came to me that she come and see her mother is weeping. Don't try it. These people are users. That wife he has will never let her children donate any of their kidney. So Bolu is the 2nd-class citizen that can donate her own kidney. Now Bolu says when she went to the hospital, she saw her father, that she had compassion on him, and she felt like, why on earth will you treat me that way? Then there's a part of Bolu, because from what she was telling me, I said there's a part of you that wants validation from that man. There's a part of her that yearns for a relationship with him. She now comes to me that, see, Bolu has not had any children. She's a woman. She's about to get married, and the whole of her father's family are begging her. And I said, this they are begging, there's hypocrisy in it, because the uncles, they are also no match. Why should it be her? And I said, Thor is your father. In as much as he has been wicked to you throughout your life, I don't want you to live with the regret that, okay, you had the opportunity of saving his life and you didn't. Because that would be tit for tat. And I don't also want you to live with the emotional validation of destroying your own body, taking something out of your body just for emotional validation. And that's what I told her. I said it's something she has to look and search within her soul and know if it's something she wants to do or something she doesn't want to do. And this issue of donating kidney is a very sensitive thing for me. There was this lady when I was in Abuja. She was 35. She wasn't married. They were two. Her mother has two children. Her brother wasn't a match. She was the only match. Her father was dead. And as in we were talking about it, and she said she can't leave her mother to die. I understand that you cannot leave your mother to die. You know? Her mother is 67. They went to India. The woman, she gave her mother the kidney. Her mother died with her kidney. Now, if you give your parents your kidney and the parents die, they cannot remove your kidney from them and put back. You are with one kidney for life. Remember that you've not had children. Remember that you've not had children, especially if you're a woman. Pregnancy complications, when you're pregnant, you may have to be on bed rest I don't even know how that works. But I know medically they say you can live with one kidney. Now, if you are a parent, you are 70 years old, you need a kidney. You are 68, you need a kidney. Will you go and take kidney from your daughter? That's not even your 25-year-old daughter. I don't even know how. It's a dicey situation. Now, God will not let me be in that kind of situation. But if I'm in that kind of situation, it's something you have to really, really evaluate. And life can be dicey. If you're okay, like now, you say, okay, I'm 25, I cannot give anybody my kidney because I have a lifetime ahead of me. What if you don't even live till 30? What if, okay, your parents have been bad to you, like Bulu, her father has been a devil to her. Is it now payback time that they need her kidney that she will now say, okay, she will not give them? These are issues in life that we have to analyze properly. Till next time, when I come with my final thought, I want to say thank you for listening and bye for now.